CI Health is brought to you by Aunt Martha's.
Well, it's a disease that robs people of their sweet memories in life, but we can make strides to find a cure for Alzheimer's.
Here with more insight on tomorrow's walk, Emily Lee, advocate, team captain, and top fundraiser for the Champaign Walk to End Alzheimer's, as well as her dad and caregiver, Greg Sanders. So welcome to both of you. So let's learn a little bit about your story first and why you both are so passionate about fighting to find a cure for Alzheimer's.
Yeah, so my mother and Greg's wife, she fought Alzheimer's for nearly 11 years. And so my dad was the caregiver for nearly 9 of those years. And we decided to really turn pain into purpose with a lot of volunteering and fundraising for the Alzheimer's Association.
And one great way for people to start getting involved, if maybe they haven't gotten involved before, is tomorrow's walk. What can people look forward to? What's it looking like?
It is a really beautiful morning every year with the Walk to End Alzheimer's. We get together, and it's really important because people feel less alone, because it's a bunch of people who are getting together, raising awareness for Alzheimer's, and raising funds for a cure, and resources for people who are experiencing Alzheimer's in some way.
Okay, how did you say that again? You're finding a pain for your purpose, or what? How did you say that?
Putting pain into purpose.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, I love that. Absolutely. So, Greg, let's talk a little bit about your role as a caregiver, because I know that that is not an easy walk. And so tell us a little bit about your wife.
Well, my wife was a CPA for 40 years, graduate of the University of Illinois, degree in accounting. She came home one day and said, it's taking me an extended number of hours to complete a tax return that she used to be able to do in an hour. So she knew something was happening. And so she decided to wait till Emily got married, and then she'd go get tested for the disease. And so it was determined at that time that she did have dementia, and that, but 11 years ago, her scores were pretty high, but it progressively got worse, and we moved to Florida and enjoyed life. I retired, but about 5 years ago, the disease started showing up more and more and more, and it took more care from me, and caregiving is different for every Alzheimer's patient, but I can tell you that there's a lot of lonely nights and loneliness, because even though the Alzheimer's patient is there, they aren't there, and you're by yourself a lot, and so you just continue on, and you care, and when you get married, you take the vow that you're going to live for better or worse, and we made it 48 and a half years. So that's you know, it's the vows that you take when you get married. You continue on with. If you're a caregiver, you know what it means. So it was got a little bit tough at the end.
I would imagine so. Yeah. So, signs to look out for. Do you feel comfortable touching on things to build awareness of what people, if they feel like they're at home, and maybe looking out for things, that certain signs people should be aware of?
Well, the signs are we've all heard of them. You lose your keys. You lose. You forget what you walked into a room for. Difficult when you go shopping to find the item that you want. If the Alzheimer's patient goes shopping for clothing or for whether it's food, they have multiple choices to pick from, then it's very, very difficult for them, and then they can't find anything, even though it might be right in front of them. So whenever you take an Alzheimer's patient, or you see an Alzheimer's patient starting to get confused when they go clothes shopping or shopping for food, then it's they can't distinguish between each individual item anymore. And it's those simple things. Losing their way, only knowing one way to church, know one way to grocery store. There's specific places they can find, but if they had to find their way home from on a map or excuse me, unfamiliar streets, they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So that gets progressively worse as time goes on.
Well, Alzheimer's is an awful, awful disease that steals people's memories. However, it's not going to steal our joy or our hope that there will one day be a cure found so that no other family like yourselves or myself have to go through losing a loved one to this disease, which is why we're walking tomorrow. I'll be there as well to help MC the day. I do know we are just a little bit shy of reaching our goal. So you being the lead fundraiser, what's your tips?
Facebook, social media.
Oh,
okay.
Your story, share your story.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's all happening tomorrow there at Meadowbrook Park. Registration at 8:30. Everything's going to be kicking off around 9:30. The walk's at 10. There's still time to donate to help make a difference to find a cure. And we appreciate you and the work you're doing and you for sharing your story. And we're ready for Alzheimer's to kick it to the curb.
That's right.
I'm over it.
That's right. All right, there's a look there with some of the information that you can find. And, of course, if you would also like to participate tomorrow morning, get all the details, we'll connect you with all you need to know over on our website, CILiving.tv. And we thank Aunt Martha's for sponsoring today's segment.